There's an expression that all good things must end, and so it was with the Reading Railroad. The Reading Eagle reported on March 16th, 1969, that the last passenger train had left the outer station in Reading. Elegant railroad era ends as the last train leaves the outer station. And it was only 31 years since the Reading built the Crusader, and in another 7 years, the whole Reading Railroad ceased to be.
I woke up this morning, had a freight train on my mind. Now that just means I'm gonna ease on down the line. 'Cause I believe in working, but I don't find time. I've got the railroad blues, the railroad blues, but I haven't got no railroad fare. Ain't got nowhere to go, nowhere to go. Nobody waiting for me there. I'll get an arm full of freight trains as sure as I'm born. Ride so far you think I'm dead and gone. Got the railroad blues, but I haven't got no railroad fare.
So at this point, the collection is pretty well under control. I managed to transfer all the negatives and prints to these safe envelopes. They're put in sort of a sealed plastic container and then kept in a dark environment so no sunlight or anything else will get through to cause them to deteriorate. And we have the formats here. You have a database linked to images that are on it, and then we made a couple of things up, Shutterfly and others, uh, to sort of enliven the project a little bit. There are other ways to map railroad memory. I mean, the collection is one fine way, but there's lots of other resources that are out there, and some far better. There's print, visual, film, exhibits, and records. You can see there's a sophisticated piece of work, as you saw from the diagram that it was built from. You can go to museums like I did with my grandsons, libraries and archives. They have the records of the railroad. You can go to the successor railroads. We saw one of those, the Reading, Blue Mountain, and Northern. And there's historical societies where presentations are made, articles are written for their journals, and they have the stores of historical data for the community. Uh, Really important to take a look at the holdings of historical societies for any kind of project like this that has a strong local lean to it. Mm. You can go to the newspapers too. A lot of clippings. ENRR number 3. It reads. I'll just read a little bit of it, just the first two sentences. The Reading Company yards are the mecca of many visitors. The company has placed a wonderful display. Old number 3 engine has been repainted and is attracting the most attention. Then it goes on to explain the locomotive and some of its features, and tells you that it regularly served on the People's Railway and ran regularly between Pottsville and Minersville. It was known as the whippoorwill. So it's active in service until 1883. And so now you've started to layer some stories in with these equipment, and they're no longer just sterile images, but they're images that have some meaning to them. And so kids are still, I think, looking forward to being the engineer on a locomotive like the 117 and like this young man is. And that's nice to have those opportunities still alive today. And we have a debt of gratitude to whomever this man is who took all these photographs and packaged them up so well and passed them along only to have the collection disrupted by Conrail. Well, it's back in order again, and we have a nice ending screen with a real nice picture of crew and shop workers on the 1700. Reminds me of all the people I worked with over that, about 14-year span, 11 years of service. That's just a few of them. There's more. And each one of these is a story, and I have a story about each one of these too. And I'm sure they have stories about me that would be interesting to hear, perhaps. But now we can see that we can help keep this material from fading away. We can retrieve it and restore it and put it in a stable environment. I thank you very much. It's not the end, but it does help to slow these fading memories. So thank you. I'm John J.M. Lawler at Comcast.net.